Hello again everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Secret of the Silver Blades. Once again, I am AuldDragon, and we are currently in the Well of Knowledge. So, we can... There's not much else we can do in the well itself right now, but there's some other things that we can do outside the well. So if you're wondering where I am, I'm going out of this corner of the well. And this takes us into the ruins of the old city of Verdigris. Now, one of the things that you will notice about the old city of Verdigris is that it was huge. I mean, just absolutely huge. This thing puts, Flan, which was a pretty big city as these games go, to shame. It and never mind the maps for Zental Keep in all of the games that it appears in. Yeah, this place is enormous and it's a maze. Luckily, if you have the clue book, it was a double-page spread of the map at the very center of the clue book. And if you do not have the clue book, then you have a partial map that leads between New Verdigris and the Wells and includes the mine shaft. And that is about, I'd say it's about, it makes up about 60% of the overall map itself, especially if you look at the journal entries. You've got the map to the Dragon's Hoard, and let me see some of the other maps that contain bits. There's a map to Journal Entry 38, map to Black Circle Headquarters, which obviously you're not supposed to know about yet. But, again, that has a reference point on it. And then there is another map related to the Black Circle. And let's see, what else do we have? If anything. Okay, that's it. So, and with all of those, you basically have about, probably about 75% of the entire map. There's a couple small chunks missing, and then there's a whole northern route from the new town to the Well of Knowledge that is just, is completely missing from the from the game, but you could map that yourself, and I did map quite a bit of this. And the nice thing about it is that even though you cannot, oops, wrong thing, area view, it does give you coordinates, so you can easily keep track of exactly where you are. And you'll notice 71,25, considering that most of these places go from 0 to 15, so they're 16 by 16 squares. Yeah, this place is huge. The map, the double page map of that's in the clue book, has the Well of Knowledge on it as an empty square, because then you refer to a different page for that. And I mean, it's tiny compared to the rest of it. It's what, I don't know, probably overall maybe a 12th or less of the entire area that this place takes up. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. You see an arrow pointing south, and if you remember from Priam's speech, the arrows point back to town. So if you get lost in here, you can generally follow those arrows to get back to town. I roughly know where I'm going, so, and of course I have the map. You'll notice that you got some different rooms and roof colors and stuff like that in here. Actually, you know what? Let's go take a little detour. There's a lot of random encounters in here too. I'm kind of surprised that I have not encountered anything yet. I will be pausing for those because, again, you don't really need to see that. You find a piece of paper, you grab it and record it as Journal Entry 57. That's interesting. I don't recall ever seeing that one. Alright. Letter found blowing in the wind. Marcus, our plans proceed as well as can be expected. It is unfortunate that the Red Dragon has taken the Well of Knowledge. The Red Wizards may support us if they think we are after the well. We will keep our real target to ourselves. We are using a contact in Flan as a middleman. In turn, he has sent a clerk to take care of communications. She has no knowledge of our real intent. We are running out of some spell components, especially bat guano and sulfur. When is the next shipment due? Maintain contact by standard means. One final note. Rumor indicates that the mayor has brought together a new force to clear the mines and the well. We are concerned. Reply with the information as soon as possible. Okay. I completely forgot about this. I do remember getting it at various points in the game. But basically, so let's see. Red wizards are mentioned. You'll recall Dracandros was a renegade red wizard of Thay. They're a big nation of wizards. Honestly, I don't know what they have to do with anything up here. That never really fit their MO as far as I understood it, but whatever. So using the contact in Flan as a middleman. I would think that would be Cadorna, but he got run out of town. It could be that these games assume that we didn't get him run out of town, that we didn't do the Zental Keep thing. But I'm not really sure. So he has sent a clerk to take care of communications. The clerk could be back. That's an interesting development. It'll be nice to see her again, if that's the case. Wink. Okay, running out of spell components, bat guano and sulfur. Bat guano, if you know from the player's handbook, is one of the spell components for fireball. Sulfur might be for some other fire spells. So, they're casting a lot of fire spells for some reason. Anyway, let's see. This door is covered with frost. A wall of ice blocks the door. So yeah, that's one of the exits to another area. Monsters attack! Alright. Very first random encounter. New ogres. A new ogre image. And giant crocodile. Why the heck are giant crocodiles here in... whatever. And one thing that you'll notice about this combat map is that these walls are blocked off. You know, we had a... there's a doorway ahead of us, so I'll explain a little bit about that, but first I'm going to pause it while I take care of these ogres, with much nicer combat icons, although it looks like they're wearing multicolored diapers. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pause it. Okay, I took care of those ogres. So again, the combat map that we were on, you know, there's a door ahead of us, but the combat map had a wall. And that has to do with how they constructed the these maps for these giant mazes that they have in the game. If you're familiar with Unlimited Adventures, you've got the standard map size is 16 by 16, and you can increase the size somewhat, but there's no way you can get one that's as large as 80 by whatever, you know, 80 by 50 or something like that. And the way that this game works is that you will notice as you're wandering around here a lot of very, very, very similar zones. The rooms are... Oops, this is actually not the way I want to go. The rooms are in pretty standard configurations, the halls are in pretty standard configurations, and there is one place in particular that we will be going through soon that will pop up repeatedly. Of course, one of the downsides of all that is that it makes it very difficult to know exactly where you are. So here we are about to enter it. Okay. This is, in my opinion, one of... Oh, great monsters. This area is one of the classic Old Town sections. It has a few actually isolated buildings with some actual streets, rather than buildings separated by straight open sky hallways. So it would have been nice if the maze had consisted much more of areas like the one we're in right now. It would have felt to me more city-like. But anyway, so the game has a lot of these zones, and they tend to be rotated around at various points, but I think what they do is there's essentially in the game a whole lot of teleportation. You know, there is no way that you could make a game, a labyrinth like this with unlimited adventures. At least not quite the way it's done here. You could do something similar, but it would be kind of a pain. It really would be kind of a pain. But they definitely played around with the game engine for this one. Of course, if you've also played Unlimited Adventures and you know that game engine was based on the Dark Queen of Krynn game engine and not on any of the other ones, it would have been really nice if they had integrated all of the features of all of the games. But, hey. Anyway, let's see what we're up against, and then I'll pause it while I take care of these things. Neo Otyug, Minotaurs, and another Neo Otyug. Okay. The Minotaur icon is different as well. Big guy with an axe and a blue loincloth. So anyway, let me pause it while I take care of these guys, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Took care of those monsters. That's a fairly typical type of random encounter. Luckily, the random encounters are not anywhere near as common as they could be, because let me tell you, I would be really pissed off if they happened like every 10 steps or something like that. Okay, this is where I want to go. A dusty bier holds ancient remains. Okay, so let's look. A dusty bier holds ancient remains. Searching the catafalque, I guess. Catafalque. I'm going to have to look that up sometime. That's an interesting word. Causes the body to disintegrate. I'm pretty good with words, and I'm kind of surprised that they'd use a word that I don't know. Alright, so I got some treasure. Let's see what I got. Dagger, leather armor, scroll. Let's go ahead and take them. Let's see what kind of money. 2 jewelry. Let's share. Moan of horror, something, something, something. Outraged Banite clerics attack. Kill the desecrators! Sweet. If I desecrated a Banite cleric's tomb, that makes me happy. Stupid Banites. Okay, I got plenty of fireballs. Let's go ahead and cast one. Let's, oh, and that's another thing. They removed the next, previous, and center commands. If you want to center, you have to hit the 5 on the numeric keypad. I do not know if you can center with the keyboard, with like a keyboard command. Let me try it now. It doesn't look like it. And I'm not sure how you do this without a numeric keypad. I've always had a numeric keypad. I got a laptop and specifically because it had a numeric keypad. So if you don't have a numeric keypad, I don't know, maybe you're screwed. I don't know, don't blame me. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill the rogue. I could probably cast some hold persons on these guys, I suppose, but nah, let's use some of my darts. I got plenty, so okay. I'll target that one. Oh, and I missed. Oh crap! Oh crap! Ooh, you're casting. Yeah, I don't think so. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't attack the held person. Let's take him out. Good. Ah, crap. He is almost certainly going to die. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, good. Okay. This has been a very, very lucky game for battle for hold person so far. I'm impressed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the battle, and we'll come back at the treasure screen. See you in the next episode.